Hope you've enjoyed your stay here. We're in orbit, Captain. Imagine how solemn it must have felt. We're here, Captain. Docking procedure is complete.
Interesting. Exposed wires here, a little rust there. What a unique way to decorate.
Next time you see Bog, tell him to write well.
You want to kick back? Avoid the last note.
I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you can call me Bog. Welcome to the last Nova. Well, then you've come... Since it's your first... One free... That's the spirit. And if you like it, you're in luck. Working around this slot day in, day out, you'd think they wouldn't give a damn. Ha! Now that sounds about... I guess I'm thinking of my dear old Maddie. The only woman I almost married her, I bet. I miss... I'll tell you what. You want to help an old man out? Bring me back the one thing. Your Clay showed up on my radar a bit ago. Probably why I'm in a big hole. I'll send you the details. What?
If you got any spare creds, you just need to unload some junk. Head to the depot.
Name is Sister.
Well, isn't this...
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never catch me.
Last week who smiled at me funny? So his last shot. Now he loves
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on.
Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet. Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, neighbor, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Crix's legacy. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
EM class? Impossible. There isn't a ship in operation that can navigate that type of interference.
Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That ought to do the trick, right?
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Crix hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
The Rook's right. We tackle one problem at a time. Can we track it, Neva?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called the COMSPIKE. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that COMSPIKE. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the COMSPIKE with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
We do or we die. That's the way Crix did things. And that is the way we should have been doing it for years. It's as simple as that.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. You're no damn picnic to work with either, so deal with it, Rook.
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with. Follow me.
Ah, my day just got a whole lot brighter.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
I got a bounty so big, the Trackers Alliance had to beef up their servers just to keep that loaded.
Rook, we may not have official security on the key.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I not gonna be very disappointed. Well, well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. That about does it then. Hell of a deal for both of us, I'd say. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing.
Something?
All green on release. We're free to fly. Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place. I will never get tired of that.
All we need is enough to do some field repairs to just get back to home. I had a good feeling about you. We just need a little. 2 units of ship parts will do. You're a lifesaver. Here, take these for your help.
You know my great-grandpappy made that trap, right? We're here.
That was touch and go. Unidentified vessel, please acknowledge. You don't usually see Crimson Fleet this far out. Crimson Fleet would have come after you as soon as they were done with us. You're lucky we were on it. Sys-Def will be there for you, whether you help or not.
Touchdown imminent.
Can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited. orbit or jump. Your call.
Let's see what there is to see. Wow, look at that. New set of stars. Board is clear. We're docked.
A vessel like this certainly brings back memories.
I woke up in the middle of the night.
Once we get rid of all the pirates?
There you are. We need to talk right now. I heard about that little stunt you pulled on the Siren of the Stars. Opening fire on a starliner? Are you out of your mind?
Trident is furious at us right now. They want Commander Akande to resign.
I should make you say that to the families of the innocents you murdered. People have died because you were too stubborn to find a safer solution. This is not how UC SysDef operates. If you do it again, you're off this operation, and I'll have Toth throw you in the brig.
It'll be my pleasure, sir.
All right. I think we're all in agreement here. So let's get back to the operation at hand. Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's computers. Let me see what you got. So the legacy went down at Bannock 4. Bannock 4. Why does that sound familiar, Toft?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world. It sounds like you admire that lunatic. Call it whatever you like. It doesn't change the fact that Delgado is still a murderer. Your best buddy has killed every single one of our previous informants.
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal. They have information about the COMSPIKE? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing that makes sense. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do. You keep playing along and go after the COMSPIKE. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find out about Bannock 4. My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going to authorize an attack on the key based on my flights of fancy, I've been told. We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans will result in them actually getting their hands on this fabled cache of credits. I don't see the point. The Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from somewhere within the UC military. Any attempt to move the COMSPIKE would be a waste of time. We need to play this close to the vest. Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see who gets to Krix's legacy first.
Heard you made off with something called the Earth Savior Award. Damn pirates will have you steal anything that isn't bolted down.
This mission is going to require discretion on a number of fronts. Good. The more you find, the stronger our case. Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a six-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. Ah, it's gonna be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Anything else? We were aware that Miss LaRue was involved with Fergus Wickham. When her body was recovered, SysDef assumed he was the culprit. Sounds like we had it wrong. Should have pinned the murder on this Clay Dietrich perp. Well, we'll have to clear that up. Nice find. Have any more? I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Unlatched, free and clear. That's a clean break. Ready to go.
You see, Sis Def is a Jew. They haven't.
As long as you put the fleet first.
Bradley called me his friend once. So, you got something for me? Oh. And I hope that bastard went straight to hell where he belongs. Well, here's your credit. I think it's time for a drink myself. Thanks to you, I'll be spending the rest of these days at peace.
Marine pirates don't need to work. Talk about their accomplishments, but here... Are you looking to start something?
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the COMSPIKE is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Don't worry. We know how to deal with her type.
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her. I sure hope so. She might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the COMSPIKE. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it. We paid good money for the information, so I'm sure it works. And if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is gonna have to deal with a very pissed off Neva. And that would be the end of that. You just bring the tech here.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots do. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Oh, okay. You'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that COMSPIKE in your cargo bay. We'll talk later.
Like your ship that landed not too long ago?
I take it you're Neva's new recruit? Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
There's more at stake than just your route. We're determined to get on that station, with or without your help.
I realize this is important to Delgado. I also know he would just as soon kill me to get what he's after. I'm simply setting boundaries to help protect my interests, while still serving Delgado's. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. Only what I've been told. Get you on the SY-920. That being said, I can be a... Interesting. When we get to the station, I'll see if I can pull any information on its whereabouts. Hopefully that'll make for a smoother trip. Less than you. And even if I did, I'm a smuggler. But if Delgado's after it, then I have... So we better do it right. We'll talk more on the ship.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time? Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away. Only if it's going to make me smile. I feel so lucky to be with someone like you. Not at all. There was a particular someone back in my days with the UC Navy. We actually became quite close at first. But as I rose in rank, I became more interested in my career than what she needed from me. I let her drift away. By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. She requested a transfer, and I lost touch. Anyway, I've dated other men and women at various points in my life, but I'd hardly classify any of them as relationships. As you might have guessed, I tend to concentrate on work and let my personal feelings fall by the wayside. It often drives others away. Don't stay away too long.
Hello. Hello.
Glad you're in the fleet.
Howdy.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
Rest assured, Delgado put us on this job for a reason. We're professionals.
Well, that might say more about the rest of his goons than it does you, but point taken. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
Hey.
All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grab drive. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked. Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah, like I said, if you can find an intercom, I'll keep a channel open. Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks to find you a uniform. This is a star station, so there are plenty of ventilation ducts you can slither into. As far as tactics go, it's an oldie, but goodie. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Yes.
Jade Swan. Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Cargo haulers are restricted to the cargo bay.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu. And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint. Right. Pick a lock or pick a pocket. Shouldn't be too hard for a Crimson Fleet pirate to pull off. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. You should find a uniform there. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again once you get to the command bay.
Yeah.
Didn't last very long.
Engage!
Easy money.
What the?
Captain Huan Daiyu? Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. I've hacked into the database, and it seems information on the COMSPIKE is in the archives. There's a checkpoint you'll have to pass, which requires a clearance code.
Wait.
Great. I'm trapped. Dealing with a criminal.
Huan Daiyu. Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. I've hacked into the database, and it seems information on the COMSPIKE is in the archives. There's a checkpoint you'll have to pass, which requires a clearance code. I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself, but a disguise is never a bad idea. The uniform won't be enough though. You'll need to find a computer with the code. Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located the COMSPIKE.
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. Sorry, Ensign. Code doesn't match.
I don't know you, Ensign.
Need your clearance code, Marine. It's been that way since Commander Natara took over. No entry in the command bay. I'll say. You might want to track down your commanding officer and have him clarify your post. Maybe they'll draw you a map. Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. Sorry, Ensign. Code does... Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. Sorry, Ensign. Code...
Whatever you need, you got it.
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. Sorry, Ensign. Code... Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. You're clear, Ensign Zaremi. I assume the two of you are together?
We're from the same unit, yes?
Then you're both clear.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. Inform them they are clear to launch.
For more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the
No. Until you can provide more.
All right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
Daiyu here. Cargo's almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly. You are, and I've delivered you just as Delgado asked. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that. You've made it this far without engaging in combat. I trust you'll have no issues moving further. It was an honor to work with a true professional. Good luck. If you manage to get the COMSPIKE and make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you a drink.
I've heard the team
Yes,
is looking for more test pilots.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? Oh yes. I've been studying decryption of all types for quite a long time. Probably since before you took your first grav jump. Signal protocol, quantum ratchet symmetry, interleaving data extrapolation. You name it, I've lectured on it. I've probably forgotten half of it, but I definitely knew it once. Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the COMSPIKE isn't a device, it's a module. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage. Statistical models can only go so far. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test the systems. The kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifices. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST. All right. Huh. Do I know? Steal the COMSPIKE? Why? Who is this person? Damn space pirates! Say no more. I will contact Commander Natara immediately. Commander Natara, this is Dr. Vogel.
What is it now, Doctor?
We have an intruder on board. Captain Juan Dayu is not who she says.
Wait, Dayu? She was one of the captains on Messina's list.
Apparently, she's with the Crimson Fleet. And she's after my COMSPIKE.
Don't worry, Doctor. We'll sound the alarm and have a strike team directed toward the cargo bay.
Good. I have a pilot here. I'll have them secure the prototype. Make sure it's safe. You are a pilot, aren't you? You've got the look, at least. Take this key card. It'll give you access to Docking Bay 8. I need you to make sure my prototype is safe.
Commander Natara. Strike team units head to the cargo bay immediately. This is a red alert. I repeat, this is a red alert.
I don't know you. I'm sure you aren't assigned to this level.
Right, let's get this crate into space.
On Commander Natara's orders, all ships continue pursuit of Captain Juan Dayu. Cargo class ship ID UC-793A. She's with the Crimson Fleet and should be considered extremely dangerous.
The chords are right on the money.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook.
Need something?
Bulk grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine.
The fleet protects our ward.
Surprised to see me, rat? Delgado may let it slide, but I don't take kindly to snitches. Yeah? Tell that to my bank account. You screwed me out of the most lucrative route I have. It's going to take me months to set up something even remotely as good. Not to mention getting the UC off of my trail. Neva also told me you were competent. So that's just another name I can add to my list. You may have fooled Delgado and Neva, but I don't trust you, Rook. At this point, you better find that legacy. Because to me, that's the only saving grace you've got.
If you've got time to stand around, you've got time to do a job. Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the COMSPIKE, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She's actually pretty pissed, in case you didn't notice. Claims you blew her cover.
If Juan doesn't like how things have gone, and she wants to bail on her share, that's her problem. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. COMSPIKE shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. Perfect. That means you know how to handle the locals on Neon, which gives you a head start. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. You'll find I rarely imply things. In fact, I take pleasure in declaring my words straight to your goddamn face. Here is an example. I want you to do everything Estelle asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Understood. We'll do our best to remain on her good side.
Never mind her good side. You'd be better off appealing to her bank account. That is what drives her.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Well, back for more, eh?
Driver's spinning down. Jump smooth as butter.
Civilian transport to unknown vessel. Please acknowledge. Goodbye.
The board's all green. Successful jump.
Once we get rid of all the pirates, the galaxy will be a better place. Lost a bet to one of the officers.
Hey, I want to talk to you right now. I have masks breathing down my neck. They're ready to shut down this entire operation. You open fire on SY-920 and kill people. Just who the hell do you think you are? No, we're well past sorry this time. I've tried to be patient with you, but my patience and your time with SysDef is at an end. You're under arrest. Lieutenant Toft will escort you to the brig immediately, and I expect you to go peacefully. Do you understand? Do you understand what you've done here? If you think for one moment I'm going to allow you to continue under my command, then you've seriously underestimated my judgment. You're being removed from the ship and transferred to prison, where you pay for your crimes. Lieutenant Toft will explain all of the details. I'm sorry it's come to this, but you've left me no choice. A wise decision on your part.
By order of Commander Kibuye Akande, you are hereby under arrest. You are now stripped of all privileges befitting a member of UC SysDef, and you will be immediately remanded to prison. Any attempt to return to this ship will be considered a hostile act, and you will be fired upon.
Now, get off my ship.